Hey guys, this is Jamie from iPokerVIP.net. Today we have a 15-minute clip of me playing 4-tabling 10 and L on VC Poker on the iPoker network. I've pretty much just sat down at the table, so nothing too crazy is going on. But hopefully we get in a few good spots here and get a few nice hands. I've just actually 4-bet kings here, blind versus blind. It's pretty much my first hand at the table. So I mean, obviously, I'm going to get this in without without many questions. Especially blind versus blind, you've got to lighten your range a little, or at least he could think I was doing this with a lot of stuff, not necessarily just the top of my range. And he's flat called here. I mean, the amount of time he's tanking, I think Ace King he's shoving straight back. I don't really see him flatten with Ace Queen. It's only real. You'd easily have Jacks or something. So I think it's definitely worth just firing a C-bet and giving up. I think he may folds to C-bet quite a lot of the time. The Ace is just so scary. I mean, he can have tens, Jacks here pretty easily. If he plays back, I'm not going to get it in. Despite how it looks like I pretty much have no fold equity, I don't really think I can just. I've actually maybe bet a little more than I would have liked, to be honest. But so I'm going to hold true to it and fold if he comes over, which he's not. I think I've got a C-bet there, especially you guys didn't see it, but how long he actually tanked for his pre-flop call is, it's not the mark of someone with, an eight, well, obviously not Ace King, but even Ace Queen. I think he's on a full stack. He seems fairly competent. Well, just by virtue of being on a decent stack, on over 100 big blinds. So I mean, I think he has tens, jacks, queens more there than he has Ace Queen or Ace King. But now we actually have Ace King. I think this is just going to be happy doing a good, fair size 3-bet there. We're actually playing on, I think it's £2 tables, a euro table, and a dollar table. So quite a lot of variation, but all 10 and L, so the amounts are easy to keep track of. The reason we're making so many video clips for Victor Chandler at the moment is because they've got a great new offer. So I decided to bring it onto YouTube and see what you guys thought of it. It's $25 completely free, no deposit required whatsoever, no credit card. It will get credited to your account within a few hours, sometimes less. And there's a tutorial video on our channel showing you how to sign up, but it's very simple. You just go to iPokerVIP.net and click free 25 in the top right hand tab. Under the gun +1 here, I mean, I'm not always raising ace-8, but it's a video. It's a video and just making some stuff happen. And it's definitely not wrong to do. My table image isn't not being at the table for long. Don't really have much of an image apart from that pot there, where it just looked like I had Ace King or something. An 8-7. We want to play a pot with this. There's no point in trying to squeeze people out, and it's not a hand that plays particularly well heads up. With our aces, we've not. Yeah, I think 175 is a nice amount. I don't. I've got a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw here, but don't want to get involved in too much. I mean, I'm going to keep on going for value. Jack, King, etc. These sort of hands are definitely following us here. He's definitely keeping with us with them. Yeah, he could have a spewy 2-pair, but I really doubt it. In my bet, just out of position on the flop, just looked like a C-bet. He could have easily floated me as well. Obviously, if he comes back over, I'm committed, but I think I've got the best of it the majority of the time, and we've taken it down, which is great. Okay, and we've got queens on table 3 as well. Because iPoker's hooked up to so many sportsbook, you've got Bet365 players on iPoker, William Hill, VC of course, Blue Square, Betfred, Paddy Power, Boyle. I mean, you really find you get some of the softest games around here, especially at these stakes. Oh, wrong thing. And 10-7. We don't have to go after every pot as if we're going to win it. No, although it would have been nice there. And again, queens, we haven't hit the best flop in the world, but I mean, it's pretty conceivable he's flat called with Kojak or maybe even King 10, something like that. But I think we should fire a bet out. I know it's the second time we've done it on this table, but if we're able to bet such as just a little bit over half pot, just 10 cents over half pot, and being able to take it down probably over 50% of the time, that's going to make you money in the long run. So until I start feeling really pressured that I've been doing it too much, and it's starting to tell, which is a lot at 10 and L, there's no reason why I'd stop. Now here's what you got to watch out for with Adolf sat out, and you've got Manita 1985, just on such a 28 big blind stack or whatever. There's just no point in raising, in getting yourself involved in bad positions. On tail 4 you can see we've turned trips, although it's pretty wet, and I didn't really want much to do with the hand, but I'm going to have to come and raise this guy. Just too much out there. I mean, he can just have an 8 there and be betting that, and 6 would come in the river and we'd be in a world of hurt. And king's here, not running too badly. So hopefully we get some action from not a penny. By the way, with these guys, I mean, if it goes all in pre-flop, you're obviously not getting away from kings. I'll put that in all day very happily. I'll make it 0.4 here because we've already got under the gun limper in the pot, or maybe he posted. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he came in a hand early. I don't think so though. Okay, we've hit the top pair. Now what you want to do is generally, when I'm c-betting, especially at a stake like 10 and L, I'll generally c-bet when I hit it more, a higher amount than I'll c-bet when I've not. Just a good way of extracting value. Both bets basically ask the same question and do the same thing, just you bet more when you've got it than when you don't. Okay, so again, I'm just going to assume we got the best of it. I guess he has a few 8-9s in his range, but he's got such a short stack that say he has 8-9, he puts it in. I'm calling him off. At least this way I extract some value. I think the ace in the river doesn't really ultimately change too much, to be honest. I mean, here we've hit top pair. And we shipped it. I'm starting to get slightly worried. You got 6-7 of clubs, so I tell a lie, it did actually change quite a lot. That is something I did not put him on after the flop. It's a bit of a weird call, but yeah, so I guess it did change a lot. But and when you get people who are quite short stacked, when you hit top pair, top kicker, especially at the lower stakes, you just got to run with it and get in. And it sounds pretty basic, but against 30 or 40 big blind stacks, although I know that guy wasn't that low, if you're playing ace king or whatever, and you hit your ace or you hit your king, and you're not expected to fold after that's why you play the hand, to hit your top pair. And 6-5 will let go here. And Jack 4, I'm just not really that interested in playing this. I just don't really see any way to win the pot, and I just don't think it's worth getting involved in. I mean, pretty much everything is out there, and we don't have any of it whatsoever. And we're doing alright on the tables. I don't think I've particularly reloaded, and I've a fair bit on both of them in quite a short time, which is pretty nice. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but a great indicator of playing standards, because if you're not using a HUD, is stack size. So if you see someone on, like, Cynical here, he's on his 10 euros 44. I think he's been reloading regularly to get himself up to the 100 big blinds. He's obviously pretty confident in his play. You wouldn't buy in to cover people to as great an extent as you can if you weren't confident in your playing ability, which is a sign of someone who really knows how to play. Whereas if you've got someone like let me see, TCB Kurnow, on 50 big blinds, it's a pretty awkward stat to play with. It suggests they probably don't keep a proper roll in their account, and generally you'll find these players aren't of such a high standard. But one thing not to ask me, I don't have a clue why I put 5 cents on the end of so many bets. I'm not sure. It's not about trying to scare people or whatever, it's more about I'm pretty consistent with it. Now that's fair enough. That's the exact reason why when you don't have it, you're betting a little smaller. But you should be betting smaller into people with these sort of low stacks, like Aladdin box anyway. But yeah, when you're selecting a table, if you look for people with stacks between 40 to maybe 80 big blinds, the more of them you have on the table, the more comfortable you should feel. King 9 here now. It's actually only effectively 5-handed now. This guy's been sat for a while. You've got to be careful about Comista. If he comes back over me, I give up with this hand. It's always a bit of a shame to have these guys playing to your left. You much prefer them making their shoves, etc., when you can still see your hand and they're on your right. Make an informed decision whether to call or not. Again, we've hit our top pair, and let's see what Aladdin box does now. Flat call. He could have conceivably had a 6, but you'd have had to hit a gut shot. I feel much more likely a flush draw or just a worse top pair. So let's hit it some more. See what he has to say for himself. I think if it was a 6, we would have known about it by now. Okay, that doesn't really help our case particularly. I think we're priced in. I think it's so. I think he's housed up or with a 7. But short stats are so unpredictable. We don't have to be right that often. Wow, I couldn't have been more wrong. It was a call I really didn't want to make at the end, but you'd be surprised what people turned up with, especially, I'm having to call £1 or €1, to win 5. That's in there. His 1 and the 4 on his 1 and the 4 in the pot. It's just too good a price to turn down, unfortunately. It sucks, but that's the way it is. And 8-3, 8-7. Gonna muck that under the gun. Anyway, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're getting any more hands in. But thanks for watching. There are going to be some more videos up in the future with replaying, vital hands from sessions, and just a lot more exciting stuff coming up. So subscribe, and if you're looking for some free bankrolls or VIP deals, hit up iPokerVIP.net. Alright, enjoy.